Alrighty. AncapistaniLounge number 68. We got quite important informing webisode tonight. Could start with Tech Helicopter Cat in the chat, yay. Welcome. Go ahead, send this real quick in Hangouts. Google Hangouts. Yeah, so tonight's topic is going to be about deepfake technology and augmented reality. This this hot, very advanced technology that could be used in the wrong hands, mostly 9 times out of 10, given how corrupt the parasitic tyrants in power are, and how sadists just are unaware and not paying enough attention as the technology grows, becomes more sophisticated. Okay. So we got this article. I could screen. I'll bring this article up and go over it for an example of what I'm talking about. Ever heard of the Lyrebird voice mimic technology?
Never heard of the technology, no, but I've heard of the Lyrebird, said to be very good at mimicry.
Yeah, that's what this tech is named after. The Lyrebird is very good at mimicking any sound. It's like this bird has an actual tape recorder or something lodged in its throat. It's crazy. Yeah, this Lyrebird can even make sounds like something like a camera going off, like a camera snapshot sound and stuff. I think I also saw a video of a Lyrebird mimicking a chainsaw. Yeah, that was wild. Okay, screen sharing. Since I got the article up. Present to everyone. Hide that. Alright. This AI can learn your voice and mimic it in a minute or less, and that's incredibly scary. By Mike Wellner on BGR.com. When it comes to personal privacy and overall security, we often think of passwords, fingerprints, and even your own faces as being the keys that unlock our world, but what about your voice? If someone could perfectly mimic your voice, what kind of damage could they do? If they contacted people you know, could they lie their way into gaining private information about you? Unfortunately, we may soon live in a world where such a danger is real thanks to extremely powerful and admittedly very cool deep learning technology that can mimic your voice just using 60 seconds worth of your speech. Canadian tech startup Lyrebird's new voice copying tech was unveiled, and it sounds like something straight out of a futuristic thriller. With a minute of your own speech on file, the company's complex algorithm can break down what makes your voice unique and reverse engineer it into computerized vocals that sound just like you. The AI voice can then be used with text inputs to get, quote, you to say whatever the person controlling the software desires. It sounds insane, as Digital Trends points out it's actually a concept that was used in the Mission Impossible films to great effect, but the applications for such technology range from amazing to terrifying. On the cool side, imagine being able to insert your own voice into a video game or VR experience with a character that sounds just like you, or having a digital Morgan Freeman clone narrate your own amateur documentary. Neat, right? Now imagine someone with bad intentions using your voice to call a loved one and ask for an emergency loan, or in a true nightmare scenario, a digitized, quote, parent calling their child, asking them to meet somewhere, or even worse. That's not even the worst case scenario that this writer is coming up with. Imagine what what government agents can do with this technology.
Shit.
Yeah. As with any new, powerful technology, keeping Lyrebird's remarkable AI out of the wrong hands could be the difference between making our entertainment more interesting and making our lives a living hell. Yep. It's nuts.
It's almost always the government.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. And there's like another movie reference I can bring up here. I've never seen it, but Tyler from the Secure Team 10 YouTube channel mentioned this old movie, which was like a buddy cop movie. Crap, I forget the name of it already, but it starred Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. And I think it was an 80s movie. And there was a time in which one of the characters' voices was mimicked using like a voice synthesizer technology that was heard in a situation in which the person was never involved in. And that's something that government agents would do. That's my take on it. Yeah, there's quite a few videos by Secure Team 10 and Truth Stream Media on the subject. Oh, and Tyler also mentioned about, for an example of augmented reality, there's this app in which you could, like when playing a live video, you could remove an object or a person or something from it, like any selection. And it's like within seconds, it's gone. And it takes like about split seconds for the high def to like erase the object or person, and then like do its thing to like take like copy a part of the video or something, make it look like the object was never there in the first place.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that doesn't stop me from saying, "Oh, this is cool," is like the big daddy government's probably going to step in and just butcher it all.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I also saw part of a video um in which was about the new Google Voice Assistant or something like that, digital assistant, and you could arrange like the clueless. I don't know. I wouldn't use this or anything because this AI can sound like a real person and call other people for you
Okay,
to
yeah.
make appointments.
Yeah, if it was limited to simple mimicry, maybe, but not if it can also do all these other functions.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care how cool it is. I'm not about to go against. I'm not about to risk breaking my own ethical code just for having a little bit of fun with this.
True. Yeah, most sane people wouldn't want to mess around with this. And as I was looking into this topic through Secure Team 10 and Truth Stream Media, I even remembered something of an even older video in which had those college students use this like facial expression or something to make like the past president mimic their facial expressions. I think Truth Stream Media put a link on there. Hold on. Graphics under Stafford EU. Face to face. A real-time face capture and reenactment of RGB videos. Up. What happened? No. Okay. All right. Do screen share again. Present. Hide. All right. Research highlights. Face to face. Hold on. Dang it. Stop it. Face to face is a real-time face tracker whose analysis by synthesis approach precisely fits a 3D face model to a captured RGB video. This produces high accuracy tracking, allowing for photorealistic re-rendering and modifications of a target video. In a nutshell, one can change the expressions of a target video in real time. This project has received incredible attention with several million YouTube views and wide range of media coverage. Even gave live demos on several occasions on public television. There's the team. Skin or there's dang it. Keeps there's a RGBD video dataset containing 2 million views. And more than 1,500 scans annotated with 3D camera poses, surface reconstructions, instance level semantic segmentations. This data is specifically designed to support deep learning tasks for scene understanding in 3D. It is one of the largest annotated RGBD dataset that is publicly available. Yep. Yes, so that's the gist of what that is. I'm going to have to put this in the description under the video. Yep. It's crazy dark times we're living in. Gosh.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, it's a shame no one else is joining for this big topic. Zachary said he joined, but I don't know. He said he's busy.
Oh.
Well, I guess You know, what else can be said? Yeah, I can't. With the way how backwards the world is today, it's inevitable that this technology is going to be used for something bad, like really bad,
Yeah.
to
Clown
violate
world.
the freedoms and privacies of others.
Freedom bad, government good.
Yep. Yeah, just this technology could be used by state agents to frame any dissenter that exists. Like put them in, like have this tech which makes it something look like a visual audio that looks just like them, and make it look so realistic that could even fool the experts. Yeah. And I think it's important that more people are aware of this, so there would be less victims that would be just like out of nowhere they're ambushed and they're um, being framed for something that they had no involvement in at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this information needs to spread out, and more people need to keep in mind on this stuff. Watch out. Understand that's technology, and um, it'd be a miracle if something were to happen to cancel out this technology, but that's quite of a long, long stretch there. Um,
Uh, yeah.
but least we could do is help spread the awareness of this technology.
Yeah. I mean, with all the AI that's being developed, no, we're not going to see a Skynet. Instead, we're going to see malicious actors like the government using AI for malicious purposes.
Yep. Yeah, that's the step up next to something like Skynet, I guess, or something like the Matrix, or something to happen like Minority Report, that movie, or Blade Runner. It's crazy. It's like there's all these movies that do warn to be careful with this technology. It's a tool that could be used for either something really good or something really bad. And these movies warn people to be careful with this technology and don't let it go into the wrong hands, and don't use it for like the wrong purposes that could damage humanity. But um, those that really want to abuse this technology, they just totally disregard these movies.
Yeah. It's like, how can I make this technology even worse than it's portrayed in science fiction?
Yeah. Psychopaths and narcissists, they think like that.
Statists.
And statists, yeah. It's nuts. Yeah, and it's bad, risky enough with the facial recognition AI to
Hell,
track people down that way.
hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the NSA is using that right now.
They probably are. NSA and CIA. Maybe even the TSA. Ugh. I wouldn't doubt that the CIA probably got their hands on the voice mimicry and augmented reality and making it look like their target of interest is on video when they're really not, and speaking about something that they wouldn't say. CIA is pretty much the most powerful terrorist organization in the world that funds for other terrorism. It's pretty nuts. I already linked in the under the description the playlist I started putting together of the videos that say more about this from Secure Team 10 and Truth Stream Media. Both they're very good videos.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far it's about 5 videos. Yeah, and I definitely thought of the face to face. Definitely had to add that in there. That video is like from 3 years ago when Melissa and Aaron from TruthStream first informed the world about it. And the title of this video is New Tech Shows Why You Can't Trust Anything You See on the News.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one more um, thing on this deep fake technology that I haven't covered about this deep learning AI that produces images of fake people that look real, but they don't actually exist.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be good for, say, storytelling, but they're obviously not using it for storytelling. Like, they're not making up fictional characters with this for the sake of a game or a story.
No. Here's a video that shows this program. Hold on. I think I'll screen share this. Yeah, Tyler Secure Team links this to this. Progressive growing of GANs for improved quality, stability, and variation. So, Celeb A-HQ 1024 by 1024. They look like a real image. These are real images. Okay. Well, actually, I don't recognize these people at all. Do you?
Yeah. No.
I don't recognize them at all. And they look also real, but
Dishes tomorrow? Okay.
that was my mom interrupting it for a minute there. Anyways. So it's these generated images of these that look like real people.
I just noticed an unusual discrepancy in a couple of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, the eyelids are asymmetrical,
Hmm.
more so than a normal person.
That is interesting. Pixelation of I don't know. I guess it's some type of deep learning technique that the AI is going through. Oh, and there's a counting down, like 16, 18, 19 days.
Space relations.
This morphing from face to face.
Still has flaws. They have those asymmetric eyes again.
Hmm.
I mean, some do have symmetrical eyes, but others don't.
Hmm. And I guess, what is this? Categories, generated images. Look like generated images of actual places.
Objects and animals too.
Mm-hmm. Animals.
No, but a practical and non-malicious application of this would be for generating maps of planets like Pluto or moons that we
Mm-hmm.
haven't explored.
More categories. Animals. I think we've seen all that needs to be seen here. I'm trying to remember one more thing that was both really interesting and disturbing, in which there's this application in which you could draw a really crude drawing, and the AI would use that AI the drawing that you made to make something that looks real. Like you could draw a very rough draft of a woman's shoe, and there's the image that shows like a real woman's shoe. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's shown here, right here. See, there's the drawing here of a woman's shoe. This thing is called Pix to Pix. And here's like the drawing, and here's the AI output result of that. Someone drew a cat, and AI made it look like a realistic photo of a kitten, and something that looks like it's been made on MS Paint. And the AI made it look like apartment complex building. It is neat, but this could also be used for bad things.
Yeah. But as usual, seems like most people are not paying attention.
No, they're not. The government controlled media is partly to blame to show their viewers, their global viewers, only what they want them to see, and the other part of it is willful ignorance. Yeah, all this different types of technology currently exists. People probably think, "Oh, cool," and just play with it, harmlessly, but they're not. They don't really consider that their own daddy government, their own political masters, could use this against them.
It's like, oh, cool. And the government be all like, yeah, just keep that thinking that way, boy.
Yeah. We got Atlas in the live chat. Hey. Yeah, we just went over pretty much everything about this the different AI learning tech that exists. It's been out there for quite a while, at least. I know that face to face has been around for at least 2 or 3 years. I think this was first reported in 2016 or earlier than that. Yep. Was looking through Truth Stream Media's old videos, like, oh yeah, there's this one, and then I found it again. Yep, so deepfake tech and augmented reality. Learn as much as you can about it. I might want to learn more about it in my spare time. See if there's anything else out there, and go over what it is that the other tech does. Trying to remember something else right now. I did see this other clip in which it would take someone's voice and change the words around, make it sound like natural. Atlas is showing me pasta. He wants to feed me pasta. Anyway, so there's that tech that can flawlessly rearrange the words of a sentence that someone has said and make it sound like natural. I forget what this tech is called, but I know that exists. I've seen this in a video. That was probably a year or two ago. Alright, and Kessel, sorry to change topics since I pretty much said all I wanted to say about it. Since Hangouts is going away starting in August, I will try to get as much streams with Hangouts as I can. From there, I'll have to use OBS or something else, and probably stick with OBS until I find something better. It could do something like with Discord through my server, or just a Hangouts voice chat. Either way works. Yeah, even though BooTube wants Hangouts on air to go away due to the ongoing bogus censorship for those reasons or whatever. Slowly removing the U from YouTube. That's what they've been doing since that's happening, but they're gonna have to go further to even shut people up that have free thinking and actually want to produce educational content that would make people want to start thinking clearly, to actually want to break free from the indoctrination, the lies from mass mind control that they were born and raised to believe. And future topics to come would be something that's going to be related to Agenda 21. I figure it's time to eventually get back on that topic. I don't know about a collab just yet, but I don't know. I could still do a collab through streaming. I don't know. It's just I'm not very motivated on actually doing like video editing, doing much on video editing and or much on like to provide some of my own artwork for it. Atlas. Nani? What? What? A shadow cat is talking about the dangers of AI and how the elites could use this for nefarious purposes. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Atlas puts up roadblock signs. Nope. That's not gonna work. I'll just phase through those roadblocks. Because I'm a shadow kitty. I'll go through all of them. Can't block that from the shadow entity such as me. I will phase through your sensors, Atlas. You cannot stop me. Yeah, as I've said before, censorship hurts everyone, even those who advocate more of it. They think they're immune, but just wait until they say what they wanted they didn't want their people to say or do or something like that, and then they get in trouble for it. Yes, more and more censorship is not the answer.
And they're doing it under the false pretense of safety.
Yeah, which is counterproductive and it's self-destructive at best. Yeah, and BooTube is likely thinking the same thing to shut down Hangouts on air and remove certain videos because, this dangerous thinking, it's a danger to our democracy. Oh.
Even though, A, democracy is tyranny of the majority, and B, we don't live in a democracy anyways. We live under a republic. A republic.
Yeah. Atlas comments, Agenda 21, what? It's a conspiracy, a coincidence. This is slander to the UN. Censor the haters. I have phased through your roadblocks, Atlas. So from there, yeah, I will be around until YouTube becomes far too toxic. And I'm also still being on BitChute, which is actually decent, but it's yet to grow further. Hopefully streaming will be featured on there. That would be very nice. Yeah, whenever that can happen, I hope it happens soon. Hmm. Yep. And thank you for the 2 likes, 3 likes, 4 likes to audience that are watching. Oh yeah, I forgot to put this on pin this on Twitter. I'll do that right now. Oops. Deep fake tech and augmented reality and more. Yep, sometimes I forget to do it before starting the stream. Pin profile page for those that missed the stream and want to catch up. And now Twitter looks a bit different now. It's like like the navigation menu's all the way to the left instead of the top. I have no idea why they did that, but whatever. Oh, I guess there is something else I can talk about. Something that I've recently found out about earlier this week that I first learned from High Impact Flicks. Author James Patterson found out that last summer he co-wrote a book with that rapist Bill Clinton. He's buddies with that Bill Clinton guy. Ew. And James Patterson appeared on FAUX News defending Bill Clinton, and he's lying. Oh, Bill Clinton hasn't even contacted Epstein for over a decade, and blah 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 blah. Disgusting piece of crap. I've lost all respect for this man. Yep. Hi, Night Shift and Cyberpunk Agorist.
Hello.
Yeah, you guys are so late. You totally missed out on the first topic about deep fake tech and augmented reality, so you're gonna have to catch up later. It's a quite interesting and really serious topic, and I was just mentioning about James Patterson, author James Patterson, selling out on humanity by siding with and defending Bill Clinton from his association with Epstein and the Lolita Express.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost all respect for James Patterson. He actually did write a book that I actually recommended a couple of years ago, the first Witch and Wizard series, because It was very much an anti-New World Order type novel. And now look at him. He's completely turned around. He's a shill now.
Big
Media
Daddy
shill.
government has a way of corrupting people.
Yep. Yeah, they must have paid him a whole lot of bribe money since he's very rich now. Atlas. Oh, Atlas. You
Yes,
too,
sorry,
Sons?
Big Daddy government, but my principles are not for sale.
Yeah. So, Night Shift, I could send you the link to the call if you want to join. I know you're on Discord. I could DM you the Hangout link through there. I could do that right now. Yeah, I'll do that right now in case you want to join. Joining link. And hold on. Navigate to Nate's server. Night Shift. All right, DMing you. Link to the Hangouts on Discord. There you go. So join if you want to. YouTubing Jaguar is finally here. The lovely mod. Oh, Night Shift's just dropping by. Oh, okay. Next Monday night. I'll see you on doing another one for next Monday night. Something Agenda 21 related, possibly. Jaguar, how are you? Good of you to show up again. Yeah, he tries his best to join in and be the good moderator and listener that he is, as often as I do these streams on Mondays. Yeah, I invited a new friend that I've met. I don't know if she's interested in joining or not. Thanks for the retweet, Night Shift, on my stream. Thanks. Oh, it's fine, Jaguar. It's fine. Make it when you can. I don't always stream weekly now since I've sort of been dedicating time to story writing. This really interesting story that I've mentioned on a previous stream titled Save Me If I Become My Demons. And it's a fan fiction type thing, but I've sort of made it alternate universe type thing to go with what I wanted to do with the characters and the direction that I wanted to do the plot. And so far, so good.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
How's it going, Soy Boy?
Everything's going fine.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since we brought up deep fake tech and augmented reality, but to summarize it up for those that are totally late in listening, and we'll have to eventually catch up on the whole entire topic later on after the stream is done. It's this very advanced technology in which there's this tech that's producing images of fake people that look realistic, but they have some certain flaws to them, such as like asymmetrical eyes. That Arcanu noticed. There's the Lyrebird voice mimic technology, in which they're just a recording about a minute of your own voice. The deep learning AI can totally mimic your voice, and anyone that has this natural synthesizer sounding whatever of the person's voice could do whatever using the technology, and this could be intentionally used for very bad things. And there's the it goes even back further, in which Stanford college students produced the face-to-face expression recognition, in which they could make the media seem even more fake than it already is. Yeah, Jaguar, it is fascinating, but also unsettling. Hey, welcome back, Helicopter Kitty. So, oh, and there was I also covered technology in which you could do like a crude drawing, and the AI could come up with a photorealistic picture of what you drew. And the Google Assistant, in which you could you want to make an appointment or something, and the Google Assistant has this very human sounding voice and could call call the person of business to arrange of the appointment, the date and time, or something like that. And I even mentioned something else I remember seeing, in which the sentence that someone would say, the words of the sentence could be like rearranged, and it would sound so flawless. Yeah, there's actually technology like this that's out there. The future is here. I could that's you can definitely say that, and it's not. And with the oncoming Looney Tunes boneheads of colleges and other places, they want to criminalize conspiracy theorists.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, remember Karen Douglas? Yeah, Karen.
They're just gonna martyr them.
Yeah.
Morons.
Yeah, absolute morons. And Karen Douglas of University of Kent in the UK, oh, she's definitely a moron. Through her confirmation biased studies, she had this like really stupid article in which like anyone that believes in conspiracy theories is more likely to participate in low-level everyday crime. And really stupid example is to claim refunds that you're not supposed to, or something. It's so stupid. And also in this article, there was like something of a statement that's like very pre-crime about it. It's the push for pre-crime, push for something that happens in the Minority Report movie. Yeah, it's crazy. And so retarded.
Clown world.
Yep, clown world indeed. topsy-turvy, backwards clown world. Hello, we got someone else. I think it's Todd. Yep. Hi, Todd.
Hi there.
How's it going?
Fine. It's been a long while.
Oh, yeah. At least a year. Well, it's good to have you back.
Yep. It's Jesus. I'm trying to remember the last stream I've been on with you. My fucking god.
Yeah. I don't quite remember.
Now.
Yeah, me neither.
Who else is talking?
It's just my mom. Don't worry about it.
All right. Yep. So, I think, in the last stream you were in, I know this one guy, this nationalist guy or something, was, I don't know, trying to point out flaws in the YouTube chat. Something about the market or something. Something really fallacious. Been a long, long time. I forget exactly. I'm gonna have to look back on that. But
Yeah, I'd have to look
that's the
back on
last.
that too.
Yeah, I think that's the last time you were on stream.
Yeah,
So,
you're probably right.
yeah, Todd. How much do you know about the deep fake and augmented reality technology?
Not much.
Yeah, there's AI out there that exists to mimic a person's voice, like the Lyrebird technology in Canada. All there needs to be is a minute worth of your recording of your voice, and the AI could simulate it, make and anyone who has that that has use of this technology could make your voice say anything, and it would totally sound like you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and uh, there's like AI in which could take the face of someone and put it on someone else's, or even take an object or a person out of a video while it's playing while it's live. That's an app that exists like that. And there's Pix to Pix in which you do a drawing and the AI comes up with something photorealistic out of what you draw.
Neat.
Yeah, it is neat, but it could also be used for very bad things.
I can smell government officials doing it already.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
There wouldn't be government officials if they weren't doing it already.
Sadly, that's true.
Okay, got comments from Cyberpunk Agrist and Attack Helicopter Cat. Who exactly gets to determine what is and isn't a quote conspiracy theory, anyways? Answer: the people you don't want to determining that state. Yeah, exactly. And anyone that works for the state, anyone from universities that have ties to the state, such as Karen Douglas from University of Kent in the UK. And Attack Helicopter Cat comments, conspiracy is a common human behavior, and it's natural to form theories when you're trying to figure something out. Science is allowed to form theories, so why not you? Exactly. Yeah, thanks, CIA, for your retardation of weaponizing the term conspiracy theorist and conspiracy theory. Real stupid of you. Yep. Friggin' terrorists and the CIA.
I fucking hate the word conspiracy theory. It's just a buzzword.
Yeah, it is a buzzword.
Exactly. It's a character assassination.
Yeah.
They're just, yeah, conspiracy theorist.
Yep. Oh, you believe this? That the news that says isn't right? Well, you're a conspiracy theorist. I got a tinfoil hat ready. Yeah, I've come across people like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I remember first coming across those bozos when I was like first finding out the truth. Yeah, when watching videos on the dark truth about FEMA and I remember comments as, "This isn't going to happen. Nothing bad is going to happen. You're crazy," or something like that.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'm gonna leave real quick. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll be here for a while. Yeah, and there are people that say that try to mock um the so-called quote conspiracy theorists saying the sky is falling, the sky is falling.
Wow, so we got a character assassination and a straw man argument.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I couldn't be any more moronic if I tried.
And there was someone I know who ironically dressed up as a conspiracy theorist for this gaming event. And yeah, on the back of my mind, I thought, well, status got a state. And it's too bad that my friend decided to do that for the event. Not very smart. But he's not always the smartest, doesn't always make the smartest decisions. Most of the part, I respect him, and he's a pretty cool guy, but at one time, I just shook my head. Yeah, I hope he doesn't do that again. And remember Weird Al Yankovic who did that song? That's a parody of that song, Royals. He did one called Foil. And there, in the second verse, he mocks conspiracy theorists, so-called conspiracy theorists. And he inserts the tinfoil hat in there. Yeah, ever since that, I don't like Weird Al as much anymore because of that. And yeah. Yes, as Cyberpunk Edgar said, who exactly gets to determine who the crazy kooks are, the people that don't want you to know the truth. The people in the lamestream media, the people that are pulling the strings, and the banksters that are so terrified of people that know of their dark deeds. And that's why surveillance has increased the way it has. Because of their freaking paranoia and their control freak attitudes. Okay, Cyberpunk agorist. Trump's tweets about cryptocurrencies. Oh, I might have seen that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, wasn't there? I think there was something that someone made a meme out of. Hold on. Let me scroll down. I know I retweeted it not that long ago. I think Sal the Agorist first tweeted it, and I shared it. Okay, I'll screen share this. Sent to everyone. Status: we just need government-run healthcare.
Chuckles in United Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
They have universal health care, and gee, I wonder how that's working out for them.
Yeah.
Very English. You have a pimple on a cheek or a brain tumor.
Mm-hmm. What was it? It was something about cryptocurrencies.
They're against the law.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What he said: Trump, Bitcoin is not money and is based on thin air. Federal Reserve.
Chuckles in US dollar.
Yeah.
That is based on thin air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it isn't based on thin air. It's based on the existence of Big Daddy government itself.
Exactly.
Which means when Boogaloo time rolls around, yeah, the dollar's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And here's something funny that Larkin Rose tweeted. I think it was really good. You know, not all cops are bad. Just a few bad apples. Besides, the police just following the law. You have nothing to worry about if you just obey orders.
Yeah, following the law. That's not an argument. And besides, about the whole bad apples thing, the apples produce ethylene gas, which will over-ripen the other apples, turning them bad.
Yeah.
I mean, a weak analogy, but
But
if they let
the
that bad
imagery
behavior slide, there's probably going to be others that are going to follow suit.
I like the imagery that goes along with the words. Like, they look more clownish. The
Yeah,
more
so human beings aren't perfect. And
Yeah.
since cops are human beings, that's all the more reason why we shouldn't give them so much power, because they're going to either make mistakes or abuse it.
And they already have.
Yeah, they've made fatal mistakes.
Oh, yes. I remember those cops from Georgia in which there was a party happening or something, and the kids are crying when they shot when one of the cops shot and killed a dog. And when the father of the family returned, he was being coerced to cut the dog's head off.
Hell, even by statist standards, that cop would most definitely have been overstepping his bounds.
Oh, yeah.
And that's saying something. When the statists say that it's bad, it is bad.
Yeah, very bad. And I first heard about what the Georgia cops did from Free Thought Project. They definitely cover stuff like that, policing the police. Tech Helicopter Cat says Trump's tweets are irrelevant. You're supposed to be paying. You're supposed to be paying attention to them. Absolutely don't matter. Nah, Trump tweets definitely don't matter. It's mostly a distraction.
It's an amusing one. He really should have taken up a role as a comedian.
Oh, yeah. What he said about cryptocurrencies. It reminds me.
Trump, when Boogaloo time rolls around, then you're going to be in trouble with the dollar.
Yeah. What that meme about what Trump said reminds me of what Bloomberg, who I call Bloom Turd, talked about Bitcoin as Marxist theory. That's even more stupid.
Meh, Bitcoin is Marxist.
Yeah. It's really
Also,
retarded.
the funny thing is that Trump complained about the Federal Reserve. In 2011, you can check his tweets from 2011. He said that the Federal Reserve needs to stop lowering interest rates, and if it doesn't, it will lead to record inflation. But now he's all for it.
Yeah, because he's the one in power. He doesn't have to be the bullshitter to win the attention of the statists anymore now that he's in power. He doesn't have to be as convincing. Ugh. Elections. The final exam in which politician is the best bullshitter at duping the stupid peasants. And voting is violence.
Or at the very least, voting condones violence because
Yeah,
you're supporting a system which is using violence against people.
exactly.
And we've been taught ever since we were little that violence is wrong, and no matter who does it.
Yeah.
And I don't see why that can't apply to Big Daddy government. They are human, just like the rest of us, after all.
Yep. And people of the larger majority of those idiots tend to overlook that a lot. Because, hey, their faith. It's their faith. That the faith in the rulers. Freaking stupid. Yeah, recently, today, I listened to something I hadn't heard in a long time, Larkin Rose's Message to the Voting Cattle. It's a very good speech. It's from an excerpt in which he reads from his novel The Iron Web. I've yet to read that, and I've yet to finish reading the PDF format of his account and being arrested and jailed because of not paying his dues to the IRS.
Yeah,
It's called
can we just go on for the record as saying the IRS are nothing more than a bunch of thugs?
Yeah.
I mean, people may bitch and moan, but no amount of bitching and moaning can change reality.
Exactly.
They operate just like a mafia. It's like, hey, pay up or else.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference between the IRS and a mafia is that the mafia gets persecuted, while the IRS either gets praised or simply, written off. It's like, well, I don't like paying my taxes, but taxes. Oh, build the roads. What about my civilized society?
Yeah. Oh, that poisonous political euphemism, one of the sacred cows. And it reminds me of me mocking those sadists, quoting what they really mean. Like, you're not supposed to call taxation societal bullying. You're just not thinking right. And they continue to read about justifying theft and aggression. And I put the gif of the little boy that goes, "Wow, the land of make believe."
Yeah, but it's funny because
Yeah,
no matter how I tried to justify a theft, people didn't buy it. Now, let's say I call myself the emperor or king or something, and a whole bunch of people start following me, and suddenly I start stealing from them. How
yeah,
is that any different from when the government does it? Because I've just become an autocracy of sorts. I am a single ruler over a group of people.
yeah. The cognitive dissonance is strong with those morons. And there are morons that conflate the government with the markets. And the lie that corporations and the state aren't the same, and that without the state there would still be corporations. That lie.
Yeah, the state is dependent on corporations.
Yeah, and the corporations are also dependent on the state as well because they lobby to it.
Oh, oh shit! I said that backwards, but yeah, if it weren't for the state, corporations couldn't exist because there's always going to be some level of competition.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Mhm.
immediately, but since when did instant gratification ever work?
Also, I would like to point out, even if a monopoly did form in a free market, it wouldn't be a bad monopoly. In order for a business to become a monopoly in a free market, they would have to convince all of their consumers to not buy from their competitors, and they would have to provide the best service for the lowest price. So even if a monopoly formed in a free market, it would be a good one, not a bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even then it would be very finite, very temporary,
Yeah,
because
indeed.
there's always a chance for a competitor to rise up.
Yeah. Hey Todd, welcome back.
Hello there.
Hello.
Did I miss anything?
Not much, just the usual same talk about the lies and excuses statists make. We talked earlier about Trump and we talked a little about the bullshit that statists come up with when it comes to defending taxation. And we mentioned a little bit about the IRS, and we were just talked about the lie that I've been seeing from some commies and YouTube comments that without the state there would still be corporations. The lie that corporations and the state could be separate, could exist separately, which is
That is
laughable.
that is not true. A corporation is a legal entity. They're not natural. They're a product of the state.
Yeah, that's what I've explained to one of those morons, and I totally got ignored.
Hey, link this video. Hold up, I'm gonna send it to you. It's by Anarchist, debunking that corporations can form in an anarchy.
I'll definitely link it in the description.
Yeah, hold up, let me. Alright, here you go. Alright, here's the video.
Okay.
It's in the
And
group chat.
Capistanians.
Yeah, Ancapistani's.
Yep, I see it. I'll put it in the description after the stream is over.
Alright.
Yeah, I also put like other links in the description, such as the the new playlist I put together about deep fake technology and augmented reality, and a link to the article about the Lyrebird voice mimic tech. Yeah, so it's quite informative stuff. Um, yeah, definitely check that out. Attack Helicopter Cat, he just messaged me on Discord saying, "Do you remember during the 2016 quote election when Democrats were making threats of violence if Trump won? Well, according to FAUX News, now Trump is making the threats of violence if the GOP don't win the midterms." And he adds, "By the way, augmented reality has already been getting people killed." Oh, yeah, that's right. Pokemon Go. Yeah. People playing that game and not watching where they're going and falling off cliffs.
Yeah, that's something I did forget about AI and augmented reality. Is that
Yeah.
there's not simply going to be just malicious usage. There's also going to be downright irresponsible. Like
Yeah,
they
irresponsible
harm,
people.
but they did something stupid.
Yeah. And I remember there's this other report about someone that wanted to catch a Pokemon in a zoo, and it was at the animal exhibit, and the person climbed over the fence into the animal exhibit. So stupid.
Have you seen the Pokemon that is based off Trump?
Oh, no, I haven't.
No, you haven't.
No.
You should look
I
it up.
am, however, hoping that they're doing that out of satire because, as much as I don't, well, even though I am an anarchist, though, I'd still like to be careful.
Yeah.
Because if I start going around like those Antifa morons, I'm done for. My goose is cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. Cyberpunk Agristy comments, seriously, who the fuck thought Pokemon Go was a good idea anyways?
It's an excellent question.
Yeah. Interesting. Good question. And it's not just people getting killed over augmented reality. There's also a part where their locations could be tracked simply because these people are playing the game. There was that warning too. Yeah, I remember Grindall61 mentioned that, and someone else, I forget who, but I definitely remember Grindall61 warning about that. And this guy's a so-called conservative, but he may not always be right on things, but he's definitely pretty good. He's definitely done really good at researching about Agenda 21. Um, his videos about them are very good reference material.
Alright, what's next?
I really don't know. Um,
Let's check Twitter. See
all
anything
right.
going on. Ice Bay. That's trending on Twitter. Also, have you seen some of the clips from the Lion King?
Oh, the new Lion King movie?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
It looks like shit. Because none of the lions are making any facial features what's the word? What's the word?
Facial
I don't know
expressions.
Yes, that. Also, Night Shift tweeted about it too.
Hmm.
And Peach Now is trending on Twitter.
Oh boy. There, I
What
see.
the
There's.
hell's
I
Ice
see.
Bay?
Still a school listed
Oh, it's some. This is very complicated. It's some hot chick in ICE. You know, the immigration
Yeah, I know.
patrol agency. Yeah. So it's I don't know where to start. It all started by Hot Tub Jesus. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently. He's a cool guy.
Hmm.
Spooderman.
And I see trending, other than liking, hashtag racist president.
Hey,
I hate Twitter.
Racism.
I hate Twitter so
Yeah.
much.
Well, it does get disgusting at times. Oh,
we gotta
but
admit, I occasionally have a good time seeing the morons. Other times, their stupidity can be just too cancerous.
new from this stupid one from Trump. We will never be a socialist or communist country. If you are not happy, you can leave.
Uh,
That's fucking funny.
but
Yeah,
we gotta pay a whole bunch of taxes and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, they tax. Yeah, it's basically a tax for renouncing your citizenship.
Yeah. The only thing I could say to positive about Trump is that he's cutting spending for education. At least that's one good thing. But who knows? Maybe there's probably going to be
But on the other end,
protests.
the public schooling system could use all the help it can get.
It's working exactly like how the government wants it to.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just want. I'm convinced that the public school system was
they just
designed to.
tell you shit and have you repeat it
Yeah.
until you get it. They don't encourage any creative problem solving. Because they did, people could actually think for themselves.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm convinced that the public school system was designed to drop out kids so they can go on welfare or commit crime and all that.
Yeah.
Alright, that was weird.
I'll say.
Hmm.
What else is going on Twitter? Besides this. Alright, my 2 cents reply to this tweet. Trick question. The answer is a state, okay? Who is responsible for illegal immigration over our southern Mexican border? Democrats, Republican, Mexico. I am clueless.
I would say it was. Wait, didn't Mexico have some kind of more idiotic than usual regime? And it wreaked havoc on Mexico. It turned the place into pretty much a shithole.
Mm-hmm. I see that you
Which is bizarre.
I see you reply to Trump's tweet.
Yeah.
Ancapistani.
Yeah,
How
I
could
did.
a government be capitalist? It can certainly be a corporatist but never capitalist.
Yep.
Well, we should never use the word capitalist. It confuses people. They think that when they think of capitalism, they think of things like Augusto Pinochet or Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany, or America's economy and blah 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 blah, and all that. Also, I should point out the government is a corporation.
Yeah.
That's something that these state socialists never want to
That
admit.
they never
want
want
to
to
say.
willingly admit no.
Yeah, they hate corporations, but they love the state, which is a corporation. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just find it laughable that people would say that they're that all governments are socialist is BS. That stupid lie. It's
Mm-hmm.
laughable. I think Veteran Mountain Man made that claim.
That's retarded.
Yeah, and he talks like a socialist. He's a minarchist that talks like a socialist, and he's never aware of it.
Who are you talking to again? I just forgot.
Talking about the guy, Veteran Mountain Man.
Veteran Mountain Man. Who is he? Can you describe him? I think
Um,
I know him.
yeah, he's he's a minarchist. And I know on YouTube he attempted to debunk anarcho-capitalism.
Are you okay? Is he bald?
No, he has facial hair. He's
All
definitely
right.
not bald, and he wears a hat, some type of hat on his head, and he wears
Okay.
glasses.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about another minarchist, but whatever.
Nope. Yes, I know that. Friend Radical Individualist on Twitter and
Or
we were commenting to this guy, responding in the comments section under each of his videos on BitChute. And the thing is, he kept like strawmanning me, even though I did my
radical
best.
reviewer.
No, Radical Individualist.
Oh, radical individualist.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about radical reviewer.
No.
I mean, I saw him in the comment section when SO SO did a response video. I mean, he said that that he's gonna rethink his
Oh yeah,
beliefs.
that's right. I remember. I
He,
remember reading that.
God.
oh shoot.
Well, at least he's the more respectable socialist. That's rare.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very rare.
Yeah, I hope those two have a civil discussion, a productive civil discussion via stream or something like that.
Yeah, I would like to see SO have him on the Cool Capitalist Kids Club. I mean, if he can be a voluntary communist, that would be nice. Not a
Yeah,
cold,
that
filthy
would be a step in the
collectivist.
right direction at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't go Stalin or Mao or Pol Pot.
No, definitely no.
Communist, and it should be fine.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, radical individuals. You guys were talking about minarchism.
Yeah, in which I remember Zachary also sort of responded to this guy. He did ask me about him last night, and I stopped like paying attention to him weeks ago because all he could ever do was misrepresent me. And it was funny, like in
What
the
was he saying?
hold on, I will go over the list of his claims in which I put in an article on my Liberty blog. I did it 2 parts, and I described Veteran Mountain Man as a prime example of statist rejecting reality. He's just that bad. That's part 2. I listed his claims in part 1. Okay. Claims that all government is inherently socialist is false. I already went over that. Thinks that there will be no structural means of defense in anarchic society. Thinks that in Ancapistan, self-defense would be the same as the death penalty. Believes that without, quote, government, just all kill each other. Believes that private security consists of mercenaries. That was one of his biggest lies. Proved him wrong again and again. Believes that families, large tribes, and large clans are the same as, quote, government. Conflate shared and voluntary self-defense with, quote, government. Wrongly assumes anarcho-capitalists believe in might makes right. No, we don't. We really don't.
That's projection right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of all, veteran mountain man believes anarcho-capitalism is about promoting for an every man for himself or every man alone mentality. And that's not true at all. Yep. And I did copy and paste some of Radical Individualist's responses in the comments section to one of his BitChute videos. It's out there also on YouTube. But we commented in his BitChute videos. So, Radical Individualist comments. I think it's funny that you call out, quote, extremist anarcho-capitalists, end quote, and you attempt to claim that we aren't all like this, except we are all like this. If you're an anarcho-capitalist, you are, by definition, avidly opposed to the state in all forms. Because in all forms, the state threatens you with violence. They steal from your property and force you to do as they say, which is usually to fund their unjust monopolies. First of all, we never said that the government cannot protect your rights. Rather, our claim is that the state may be capable of protecting your rights, but their monopoly over supposed defense of said rights does far more harm than good. If the state were abolished and replaced with voluntary protection institutions, or better yet, you could buy a gun and look out for your neighbors voluntarily, we would all be better off. Secondly, yes, all government institutions are socialistic. What do you think socialism is? It is a collective ownership of the means of production, i.e., when the state taxes you and then they fund police or fire departments or military, these are publicly funded institutions, thus they are socialistic. We do not believe that you alone, quote, you alone, end quote, can defend your rights. Rather, we believe that you are ultimately responsible for your own defense, and that all forms of human interactions must be voluntary, and therefore all protective institutions must revolve around mutual consent rather than said institution threatening you with violence to force you to hand over money to them in the name of collective defense or whatever you want to call it. However, it is indeed entirely true that you alone have the exclusive authority over your sovereign body, and thus you have the right to decide for yourself who defends you and whom you defend. Yep, we kept responding to this guy for a while until he was just doing all his whole rambling and kept misrepresenting, especially me. And there was a time in which he temporarily marked one of my most valuable constructive criticisms to him as spam.
That is a dedication to ignorance. I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to help him out, and then he's like, "Oh, quit spamming me."
Yeah. I called him out on it. I did. I said, go ahead, mark this next comment as spam. You'll only be putting yourself in a further disadvantage. And I kept mentioning over and over about reputation, how that matters in the economy and in business. Because if you mess up in business, you're like really mess up, then you will lose that business and you will lose your customers. Yep. Veteran mountain man ignoramus. Yep. Yeah, I called him out on his intellectual dishonesty, and he tried to project that on me through an implication of the no you.
Uh, that's a
Mhm.
classic.
Yep. And of course, he just refuses. It's like in one ear and out the other, and somewhere it's lost within translation. Yep, a prime example of a statist rejecting reality.
It's like, prove yourself, man.
Yeah. Let's see what is going on in the comments section. Okay. All right, catching up in the live chat, Cyberpunk Agrist. Trending algorithms on Twitter are rigged. I wouldn't completely trust them. Cyberpunk Agrist adds, yeah, most of the world, including the US, is socialist at this point. Tech Helicopter says, isn't lobbying another way of saying voting with your money? Devin Rogers, Mexico has always been a shithole. Take it from me, a Mexican. Attack Helicopter Cat, that was funny. Immigrants aren't happy in their country, so they left, but they're not welcome. But if you're not happy, you can leave. Cyberpunk Agorist, LOL, Peter Schiff isn't taking calls in his live Bitcoin debate. Okay. Yep. And I can't really think of anything to add. I'm thinking about ending it here. Unless anyone else has a topic of interest they want to bring up.
I don't have anything.
Nope. I guess that's it then. All right. Good. Thank yous. Thank you to Heartless Soy Boy, Arcanu, and Todd
Oh,
for
thank you.
joining me in the call. Thank you to Cyberpunk Agorist, Attack Helicopter Cat, Devin Rojas, who's actually the first time I've seen this person in YouTube live chat. So hello and thank you for joining. Hope you return. And thank you to YouTubing Jaguar and Atlas and Night Shift for stopping by. It's been a really interesting live stream, I'd say. Catch up on what you missed earlier. Be sure to do that. Thank you and good night.
Right.